Hello everyone. In the earlier class, I have narrated the list of symptoms which you may find in patients of palliative care. Now I am going to discuss one by one all the symptoms which may be present in your patient and which are commonly found in such palliative care patients. So now I am going to talk about diarrhea. Okay, what is diarrhea? Introduction. Diarrhea is a common in palliative care patients. Loose motion, that is called loose motion. It can cause discomfort, dehydration, and nutritional deficiency. Discomfort means here you have to go to bathroom several times. Dehydration means a lot of water loss is there. You are not drinking that much of water. You are losing water, so you may get body dehydration. And nutritional deficiency means the food which you are eating is not being absorbed properly. That is the cause, diarrhea. And the management requires a holistic approach, including conventional and integrative medicine. In the cancer treatment, related diarrhea caused by acute graft versus host disease, GVHD, and chemotherapeutic agent significantly affect patient morbidity and mortality. If this will continue, this diarrhea will continue, the patient life expectancy will reduce. He will die earlier than expected and with more discomfort also. So our goal to giving comfort is completely lost. So we have to manage diarrhea as early as possible. The mechanisms are not fully understood, but histopathological evidences point to a multifactorial process that causes an absorptive and secretory imbalance, absorption of food and secretion of enzymes and other things. Because intestine is a barrier, so something is secreted from the intestine and something absorbed in the intestine. Both things happen. This imbalance in the small bowel. So this is a figure you can see. The food intolerance is one basic cause. Irritable bowel syndrome, food poisoning, stress and anxiety. This is very common in patients. Okay, gastroenteritis, this infection is there. Norovirus and menstruation. This is not the case, but these are the cases. Mainly stress and anxiety, IBS, and food intolerance. They are found in the patient. So normal and diarrhea. You see, uh, food moves too quickly for the intestine to absorb water. If it goes very fast, absorption will be less. Water reabsorption. So this is another slide you can understand. Radiation therapy, very common in cancer patients. Certain medications, the medications which are giving for treating cancer. Bacterial infection, you may happen. Infection caused by toxins and other organisms. And eating unhealthy food. Your diet is not balanced, patient. And allergy to certain food. They are the causes of diarrhea. The type of diarrhea. Now, secretory diarrhea. Excess secretion of electrolytes and water in your intestine. Osmotic diarrhea. Malabsorption leads to fluid retention. Fluid is retained, malabsorption. Food is not being absorbed, osmotic diarrhea. And inflammatory, exudative diarrhea. Mucosal damage causes blood and mucus loss. This is also not good. And motility related diarrhea. Rapid transit reduces water absorption. If your motility is very high, hypermotility intestine, water is not getting time to be absorbed, so there will be diarrhea. And fatty diarrhea, poor fat absorption causes greasy stool, that is called steatorrhea diarrhea. Secretory diarrhea now, infection, tumor related secretions, chemotherapy, and laxatives. Pathogenesis, excessive fluid secretion without proper absorption. Osmotic diarrhea, what is this? Lactose intolerance, sorbitol containing medications, malabsorption syndrome, they cause osmotic diarrhea. Pathogenesis, non-absorbable substances draw water into the intestine. If water is Accumulated in the intestine from the body, there will be that diarrhea. Inflammatory diarrhea, IBD infections, radiation, enteritis. Enteritis means inflammation, cancer inflammation. Mucosal damage. Mucosa, there is a villi cells in the inner part of the intestine. They are responsible for absorption. Mucosa, this is covered with the mucosal membrane. Mucosal damage leads to the loss of mucus, blood, and protein. Motility-related diarrhea. This is autonomic dysfunction like diabetes, Parkinson's disease. It is like a neuropathic condition developed. Post-surgical changes, prokinetic drugs, they are causing motility-related diarrhea. So rapid transit reduces nutrient and water absorption. Rapid transit means very fast flow. The intestine is very long. If your food is flowing slowly, then absorption is better. If it is not doing, then you have a diarrhea. Pancreatic insufficiency, I told you that for the fat digestion, pancreatic juice and the bile acid, both are important. If they are not properly secreted in the intestine, there is because of biliary obstruction, because of the celiac disease or pancreatic insufficiency, you will have poor fat digestion. And then the fat will lead to the oily, foul smelling stool, that is called. So diarrhea in palliative care, common causes I told you, medication, disease progression, infection, malabsorption, and psychological stress. These are the main factors. Psychological stress is very common in palliative care. Malabsorption is also there, and infection and disease progress. Disease is progressing, and a lot of medication going on. To identify the cause, what are the causes among them? There may be more than one cause, or there may be one cause, a specific cause. Identify cause and provide symptomatic relief, maintaining hydration and nutrition. So guideline for a palliative caregiver: nutritional support you have to maintain, palliative care you have to give. There is ethics law which allows you, and guideline evidences. So these two things guide you how much palliative care and how palliative care should be given and how much nutrition support can be given. So medical management, these are the name of the medicine. This medicine reduces excess motility. If motility is very high, it will be reduced by loperamide. It binds to bile acid and bile acid diarrhea. Cholestyramine, this, if the bile is produced more, it binds it and doesn't allow to create diarrhea. Octreotide is controls the secretory diarrhea. And pigeon husk, that isofgol, adds the bulk for mild cases. Nutritional support: low residue, easily digestible food, means low fiber food. ORS, IV hydration for severe cases. The fluid intake is compromised, you have to give IV or ORS. And supplements: pancreatic enzymes, replacement in malabsorption. Pancreatic enzymes can be given from outside. If the pancreas is not producing enough enzyme for the digestion of fat and protein and carbohydrate, then pancreatic enzyme can be given as a medicine. Addressing underlying causes: antibiotics for infection like medication adjustment. If drug-induced diarrhea is there, adjust the medication, the dose, timing. And palliative radiotherapy for tumor-related diarrhea. If the palliative radiotherapy is there for tumor-related diarrhea, if the tumor is the cause, then radiotherapy is helpful. These are the Ayurvedic things: haritiki, triphala, amla juice, kutki, and castor oil. Haritiki is a mild laxative and detoxifier. Triphala regulates pitta. Pitta, vata, pitta, and kapha, pitta. Supports the gut cleanliness. Aloe vera, cooling and gut healer. Kutki, this is liver detoxifier, and it stimulates the secretion of liver enzymes, which is responsible for digestion of food. So liver, you know, that is the master gland. It is very important. It should be normal functioning if you want to be healthy. And strong laxative. Castor oil is a strong laxative. So Ayurvedic approach, Agni. Another thing Ayurveda says that the diarrhea is because of the low digestive power. So what is the aim? To increase the digestive fire. That is the proper noun is Jatragini. Jatragini means the Agni which digests the food. It is active in the small intestine, gut, stomach, and it is controlled by liver and pancreas. So all these 5 organs make the digestive Agni. So pipali, ginger, jeera, cumin, fennel, saunf, and hing, asafoetida. These things are very effective in improving the Agni, digestive fire. If digestive fire is improved, your diarrhea or constipation both can be controlled. It stimulates the digestion, enhances the Agni, reduces the bloating, ginger. Jeera aids bile secretion, soothes gut. Fennel, cooling and relieving bloating. Hing stimulates the digestive fire. Homeopathic drug, there are some drugs are given which are also very effective. Naturopathy and yoga, there is hydrotherapy, hot fomentation for cramp, cold pack for inflammation. Acupressure, ST36 stomach meridian for digestion regulation. Abdominal massage improves the gut motility and relieves cramp. In yoga, Pawan Muktasana, Vajrasana and Balasana, they are very effective in. So end of the life use of mind, body and soul. What is our goal end of the life consideration? Emotional pain, psychological issue. Body, treatment of cancer, symptom control and physical pain. And soul, spiritual pain, how to live with cancer. The 3 things, there are 3 goals of end of life palliative care. The comfort first approach, focus on symptoms relief over aggressive investigation. Focus on symptom relief. Those symptoms which are making him discomfort, which are deteriorating the quality of life, control those symptoms over aggressive investigation. Don't go for investigation and treatment because he's already faced all these situations. He's not getting any benefit. So don't focus on this. Barrier cream and skin care. Prevent irritation from frequent stool. If he is having diarrhea, there will be frequent irritation in the anal region. Control that, skin care. Hydration, balance. Avoid fluid overload in the frail patients. Frail patient means those who have fallen down and who are not able to move. उनके में avoid fluid overload. The take-home message. Identify the type of diarrhea, number 1, for targeted management. I told you there are 6 types of diarrhea. So identify which type of diarrhea he has. Depending on that, plan the management. Hydration and nutrition are the crucial in palliative care. He should not get dehydrated. He should not get overloaded with hydration. You have to manage. And nutrition balance. Because in diarrhea, nutrition loss is there. Nutrition is not reaching for body nourishment. So this is important. And the Ayurveda, Homa, and all these complementary conventional medicine are important to it. They can be added with the conventional medicine. Comfort focused care is essential for end of life patient. So there are some questions I have put for you to answer. You can go through it. I'm not going to read it. This is assignment for you. But I'm going to discuss this short term. Describe the different molecular mechanism of diarrhea. Write short notes on the Ayurvedic and naturopathic approach in managing diarrhea in palliative care. Explain the role of hydration and skin care in diarrhea management in terminally ill patients. Discuss the advantage of using integrative medicine alongside conventional therapy in diarrhea management. Now, this is a very important assignment for you. Patient scenario for discussion forum. Mr. Ramesh, a 72-year-old patient with metastatic colon cancer, is under home-based palliative care. He is at home. He has been receiving chemotherapy and morphine for pain control. Over the past week, he developed frequent loose stool, 5 to 6 times per day, often watery, sometimes foul smell. He also complains of fatigue, mild abdominal cramp, and skin irritation in the perianal area. His caregiver notes reduced appetite, oral food intake is low, and mild dehydration signs, dry lip, reduced urine. The home care team suspects multiple contributing factors like chemotherapy-related mucosal damage, drug-induced motility changes, and possibly the malabsorption due to cachexia. So now, this is the scenario, and you have to answer the questions related to this. Discuss this. How you will plan if this kind of patient is given to you, how you will plan his palliative care management. Thank you very much.